Hey guys, Sean here, and welcome to another Sims 4 tip tutorial. I just went on my YouTube channel, and I noticed somebody left me a quick YouTube message here. They were having problems with clothes. It looks like, from what I can gather, what they're saying is they downloaded some clothing, a mod, or actually custom content, and they put it in their mods folder. And now, when they strip their sim down, they can't take that clothing off. That clothing has become their default clothing. So with the Sims 4, you can't strip people of Sims completely down nude, which really there's nothing to see when they're nude anyway. They're like Barbie dolls. But you can't strip them down completely nude. They actually have a default where they will wear like underwear or something like that, or a bra or whatever. So when you take all the clothes off, there will be a default clothes that are on the sim. So that's exactly what it is. It's a setting for a default clothes. And what this person's having is when they stripped their sim down before, that sim would get stripped down and they would be in some underwear. But now, since they downloaded this new set of clothes that they got from somebody, they're stripping their sim down and it's becoming just this set of clothes that they just got. This is a very easy fix. The tools we'll be using is S4PE. If you don't know where to get S4PE, go to my software and hardware tutorial and it'll show you there how to download S4PE. So what would be also good about this tutorial too, I'll show you something a little bit about my hair, my rocker hair. I was going to show you that anyway in a tutorial, so this will open it up for me to show you that as well. So anyway, the first thing we need to do is you need to look at the whatever the piece of clothing is that's actually showing up when you take all the clothes off on your sim. It's important to know that what that piece of clothing is because we have to turn that off. I usually use Color Magic for this. I'll go into Color Magic and I'll look at the clothes in like my sim, and create a sim, and then I'll go to Color Magic and I'll just have to scan all the little pictures in Color Magic till I find the one that looks like it matches, and then go into S4PE and change it, which I'll show you in a minute. With this person, it sounds like they already know which piece of clothing that they use, which is great. Since they already know what piece of clothing they use, now they can easily go into there and edit that file, that package file, to fix it. This is a possible way to actually make your Sims nude if you want to have them like Barbie dolls nude, because all you're doing is you're just turning off that default for those clothes to be worn. So actually, to do this, there's a couple ways you can do this. Now me, I I have my Sims 4 package editor already set up to open up in packages. So I can double click this and it'll just open up the package. But if you don't have it set up that way yet, you can open up your Sims 4 package editor, go to File, go to Open, then go to your mods folder to where that file is that's becoming your default file. For this tutorial, I'm just going to show you my long hair because I want to show you the different changes in that. And then you would just highlight that and then hit open, and it'll open up the file. Now, as you can see in this hair file, it's the same as my other tutorial was with the hair that I showed you in that quick tip tutorial. There's each cast part here. This is all the same hair. It's all the long rocker hair. The only difference is it's four colors of it. So when you change something, especially if something has different colors to it, it's all going to have its own cast part file. So you would have to change each color, or cast part file to relate to whatever the changes that you're making. If you just change one, which is blonde, it will only change whatever happens to the blonde hair. It won't change whatever's happening to that style of hair. I hope you follow what I'm trying to say. So if you were going to change something, with that actual style of hair, you would have to actually change every color to that style of hair. So that way, if that color changes, each style would change to what the changes that you make. So anyway, let's go into this cast part file. And the way we do that, we'll just highlight this, and then we'll come down to where it says grid, and we'll click grid. Now this little data grid box will pop up, and here we can make a lot of different changes to different things with this part. I'm going to be going over a lot of different things that we change in here. It says especially the TGI list and stuff, and adding things to the list and stuff like that. But for this quick tip tutorial, I'm just going to show you a couple of different things. As like in the last tutorial, we know here this is the name of the part. Pretty much change that to whatever you want. Property ID, we already discussed that in the last tip tutorial. That's to put the different colors or hairs or different cast files into one group or under one thumbnail. Prim flags, this is what we'll be using, like we were discussing about the default of the clothing. And then the other one we'll be talking about a little bit is cast flags. Cast flags are just the categories. These are the categories that that item is under. For instance, that's all this is. It sets up the category, so when searching, you know what category this thing is under. So right now, this is obviously it's an age appropriate. You can change these things to anything you want. I mean, you see, there's different things for facial hair, hat, face makeup, whatever, and you can add them into as many different categories as you want. So, for instance, this hair is good for elders. It's good for um, adults, teens, young adults, and it will show up in the cast file under those categories. Mind you, this doesn't change it for an adult or something to wear it. It just shows for the category that it's put under. That's it. It's not. It has nothing to affect who's allowed to wear it, who's not allowed to wear it. Where that gets affected is by the age and the gender area. The age and the gender area is what tells who's allowed to have this and who's not allowed to have this. Now, for instance, this tutorial, I was going to make one, like I said, I want to make it now with this one, is this long hair. Now, long hair, say there's a set of long hair, which this hair was, that's made for women and women only. They only have it under the women. You don't have it under the men. And if you notice in The Sims, there's not a lot of men with long hair. So to change this is really simple. All you would have to do is you go into that part of hair that you want, okay, which is this long hair, this long rocker hair, and then we would just go down here to where it says male. Now, you see how male says false? That's because it's not allowing it to show up in that under male. Males are not allowed to wear this hair. So to make males wear this hair is really simple. We just change this from false to true. That's it. Now if we just take this and we commit it, and then we come up here and we save our file, now if we go into the game, thumbnail of the male for that hair showing up there now. Males will be allowed to wear that long hair. Now, like I said before, that we only set that up for the blonde hair. If we wanted it for all the colors, obviously we'd have to go in and we have to go into this next one, open up the grid, come down to age and gender, and we would set it up to true. Now, like I said, I've already done this, so, that other one I just reversed just to show you an example, but, and we'd set this to true, and then we do the same thing, commit, and then we would save the file. And then we do that. And you could take all the women's long hair if you want to. Obviously some of the long hair you wouldn't want a man to wear and look a little silly, but you could take all the women's long hair and change it all to for men to wear. And you can do the same thing. You can take the women's long hair, or the men's long hair, and change that all the way so women can wear, or men's hair. I just keep saying long hair. So very simple, very easy to do. Just a simple, just click. Now this age thing is obviously for everything else. Obviously this hair is not for children or for toddlers or babies, but you can make it for children, toddlers, or babies. It'll show up in that. Now how it would fit on their head, I don't know. I've never done that. It probably might not fit as well or not correctly due to the fact that they're teens, young adults, adults, and elders all have the same body structure. They're all the same size, I guess you could say, of sim. Where children, toddler, babies obviously are all smaller. So how it fits or how that hair would fit on them would not probably be the same. The hair would probably have to be sized down and a whole new mesh made. But we can get into things like that later. So that is a quick and easy way to make long hair for men. Really simple. Just go in there, change that file, and make it long hair. Now, to fix the problem that this person's having is what they're having is it's a default. And like I said before, it's defaulting to that hair color. So to fix this is really simple, because see how this says default for body type and it says false. That's what we want. Now, I know this is a hair. This is not a set of clothing, but it's set up the same way. So it'll look the same to you if you opened up a piece of clothing. And what's going on is this is telling it in this one line, in line 0, that to default this either as always have this on the sim, or always, or no, don't have this on the sim. In other words, we could take it and remove it from the sim. So what's happening is that the clothes that this person had just downloaded, whoever designed those clothes or did something, they have this set to true. Which means what's happening is just what I said. When they strip that clothes down, this default is set to true. So it'll say, okay, if no clothes are on the sim, this set of clothes are going to be put on the sim. So to fix this is just what I just did in reverse. You just open it up, open up your grid, go down here, turn this to false, and then hit commit, and then hit save, and you're done. Now, since that person already had underwear, which their default was already set to whatever underwear or whatever that was defaulted to, it will go back to that. What happens is when the mods folder is opened up, it reads through the mods folder down, okay, in alphabetical order per the name of the package or whatever. So what's happening is that package is probably named higher. than the actual default underwear that they're using. So it's actually reading that first, and that's the first thing it's loading in as the default. So once that is changed and fixed, it will actually go back to the original default and change it. Now, I mean, like, I have like a nude mod or whatever you want, a custom content. I mean, I really isn't a nude mod. It just, all I did was is with mine was take and turn that off. So I have no default. So if you look at like my Sims, I can strip them down to Barbie dolls if I wanted to, and then reclothe them and stuff like that. And that's just because I took and I changed that prim flags and I turned any clothing or the underwear default clothing that the game had on there off. I turned it to false and it's off. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's as simple as that. I mean, the other things here are like show and UI, user interface. Usually that's true. These things usually want true show and user interface, and allow for random. Allow for random pretty much allows, like, when you get those random sims that are coming up, or like in the game when the game produces a sim, it will use that piece of clothing or hair or whatever it is randomly. Or when you hit that random button to make a sim, or make a random sim, it will randomly use that piece of clothing. That's what's on. And if you have it on false, then it'll just never put it on a random sim. It's that simple. True, false, yes, no. Really simple to do. So really, basically, the ones you always usually want to keep clicked on here are, allow for random, because usually whatever it is, you want them to be randomized in, and show in UI. That's it. That's all pretty much the only things you want set to true. I mean, I got show and cast demo. That's for the cast demo and create sim demo, and I don't even know why that line of code is even in there. I guess probably because when they wrote this, they wrote that line of code in there. I mean, it probably could be removed, but there's no reason to have it removed. But anyway, so that's it. That's all it is. It's that quick, that easy to fix that. Just commit and save it, and you're good to go. I think sometimes the hardest thing is to find that piece of clothing that is being used as a default, especially if you have a slew of mods and custom content in your package files in your mods folder. It can be a little difficult to try to hunt that down. Like I said, that's why I use Color Magic or something like that, and open up my entire mods folder in that. And then it obviously gives you the pictures and stuff, so you can sort of like try to look at the pictures and see which one it is, and hopefully locate it that way. Well, that's about it. This is a quick tip tutorial to help you out to, I guess, change the hairs around, if you want to make some of the female hair available for male, and also to help you get rid of that default clothing, if it's popping up on you. Well, I hope this helped you guys, and until next time, happy modding.